Listen here, Booger Bear. Hello, everybody listening to the Fairweather Podcast. Your boy, 2K Suave. I am joined with Alex Rodriguez. Summertime. If you're watching the video, I got the little, Hawaiian little shirt on with the Philadelphia Eagles shit on it. Got the little, got the bucket hat. I'm in summer mode before we get this NFL season started. Hall of Fame is already done. Olympics is in full swing. I'm chilling. So A-Rod, first and foremost, guys, we've been talking about the shit that we've been going through right before we started the show. So this, hey, maybe everyone's summer has been great, maybe it hasn't been great. You are here with us today to enjoy our company. If you feel like venting, let A-Rod know because he's listening to all your issues. But A-Rod, what's up, dog?
Just chilling, man. Just chilling. Just another day. Another day.
Another day, another dollar. So in today's episode, it's we wrapping up the mixtape. The EP is about to get dropped. What you got?
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Yeah, the EP about to get dropped.
For myself.
The EP about to get dropped. So we doing a fantasy football preview show today. The full preview. We got me and A. So first of all, we are doing our fantasy football league again this year. Are we not, A-Rod?
We're gonna do one, yes.
All right, cool. I'm thinking the Wednesday before the season starts, because that's gonna be the last Wednesday. We do a live draft. A live draft. What you think about that?
I'm fine with that. Whoever wants to show up, we just gotta find a thing to do that.
Okay. And then we gonna figure that shit out. And then also we might talk a little hip hop today. But let's kick things off with some crazy wacky.
Where's J. Cole at?
Because my dog's still on that bicycle.
Where's Jay?
I am so happy that my dog's out of this shit, dog. It's beautiful, dog. But yeah, we'll see what we get to. But we're gonna do some. I'm gonna get your crazy wacky funny. It don't even got to be over the week. It's just since we last spoke, give me crazy wacky funny.
Mine's today.
All right, yours is today. While you're doing that, I'm gonna place a little 2 or 3 leg parlay on the Hard Rock app, and we're gonna see how I feel. But yeah, I'm a fiend. But go ahead.
My wacky crazy story is the son of His Airness, Marcus Jordan, was in the south of France today and photographed doing a bump at lunch. Literally. Then the reporter said that he looked at us and just smiled and went about his day talking to friends. So, all in all, his dad is jump man. He's definitely bump man.
Bruh.
I came up
God forbid, Bronny or Bryce do a bump and it will be the end of the world. MJ's sons who are dating Larsa Pippen. Is this store at Downtown Disney or what is it called now? Whatever it's called. Is that shit still there?
Trophy room.
Trophy room. It's not there no more?
It's in Orlando somewhere, but it's not in Downtown Disney anymore.
Is it doing well? Do we know?
Yeah, no, he gets a shoe every like a few shoes every year that's specifically like Jordan times Trophy Room. So I mean the company is still like a happening spot, but
okay. Well, all I'm saying is that they doing what they doing. Bronny was also in Paris watching his dad dominate the summer. Bryce has been doing his shit in high school. He's gonna be a McDonald's All-American. I mean. All I'm saying is that my dog's kids is doing great. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Crazy, wacky, funny. You know what? There's been a lot of crazy, wacky, funny over the last couple weeks or whatever. Mine though, we're gonna have to give a not that because he's passed, but we'll see about his career. Mr. Skip Bayless is no longer on FS1. I don't know what the hell's going on with him now, but the guy that helped create this whole debate shit on like First Take and Cold Pizza and all that shit back in the day, and then the guy who's been the number one hater on my dog LeBron over the last 20 plus years, shit, it's over, dog. Like Shannon Sharp took his audience to ESPN and to his YouTube channel and shit, and Undisputed has failed. So I just want to give a kind of a shout out, but also good luck in your next endeavor, Mr. Skip Bayless, because thank God I ain't got to hear you bullshit no more. Yeah, we gonna toast. We gonna toast to that.
I guess we'll never know.
Hey, I guess we'll never know. So, and it must be hurting him because LeBron's leading right now for MVP in the Olympics for the basketball team. We can kind of just pivot to the Olympics actually, and just kind of just talk about the shit that's been going on and like the funniest stories and shit like that. But LeBron's like, I mean, you cannot tell this dude has been in the league for this long. He's still dominating this shit. And people said like he couldn't, he said they say he couldn't play like in the 80s and 90s because it was too physical, blah blah blah. You don't think FIBA is physical? They don't call shit. They don't call a goddamn thing in FIBA, and he's dominating these people anyway. So just so you know, my dog LeBron doing his thing. But yeah, what's been like your biggest takeaway of the shit from like the Summer Olympics outside of Snoop Dogg being America's favorite, the world's favorite rapper? I wish I would love like Snoop Dogg, though, like for real. But outside of that,
As a gangster, that dude from France has a big dick. That's all I know, man.
God, come on, not on this show. Come on, not on this show.
My only gripe with the American Olympics is I would have let Simone Biles and LeBron James hold the flag instead of Coco Gauff.
Yeah, Coco. Yeah, but the gymnasts. I don't think the gymnasts were there. I think they had to like be. They weren't on the boat because you realize they didn't show any gymnasts. I didn't remember seeing Suni. I didn't remember seeing Simone. So yeah, Coco. She just didn't have the best couple weeks. I would say like Scotty Scheffler maybe.
No, it should have been if Simone's going out, if this is her last run, like I saw her Netflix special, it was really, really good. It's like for people who don't understand about mental health and shit like that, like the pressure that this girl had along with the doctor that was like a predator to them, and all of that was going on, like people don't realize that. And then these are kids too. Like she was competing at like 19 years old. So it's crazy to see her from 19 to 27, and now she's going to call it a career and be what her husband says, a football wife. So,
hey, and shout out to the Bears. Simone Biles is so big, and I mean that figuratively because she's only 4'8", but she's so big that they allow her husband to be in Paris doing training camp, like training camp. Like Aaron Rodgers, your boy was in Egypt and the world was catching a conniption. Meanwhile, homeboy is in Paris cheering on his wife, and everybody's cheering that shit on. So Simone Biles is the GOAT of GOATs. When she speaks, dog, she got like grown ass woman energy. She sounds like she'd be 45 years old. She's so professional, got her shit together. I'm like, God, like, yo, she's a dog, bro. She is a dog of dogs. So big shout out to her. One of my takeaways from the Olympics, and I said this earlier in like a little sports group chat that I be talking in sometimes, and I was like, I didn't know internationally this many pretty women could jump high and run fast because there's been I've been like, damn, first of all, a lot of these people are in Eastern Europe, like Poland and Ukraine and the Netherlands and up in Europe. Like, I'm like, yo, there's a lot of pretty people in this world that could jump real high and run real fast. Like, damn, I just got to give a shout out to all because like the women have been carrying for like look at the USA. We're leading China right now with golds, 27 to 25 as we're speaking right now. Overall medals 94. It's a wash, right? But gold. The reason why we're winning gold. We're in the lead with gold. Our women have held us down in everything. Every sport has been the women holding us. I think we only had like a handful of men who've won gold outside of like Noah Lyles, a homeboy today, Hall. He was with the grill and shit. Scotty Scheffler coming back for eight strokes or some shit. I'm like, dog, we remember Tiger on Sunday. Scotty just redefined Tiger on Sunday for the Olympics at least. But yeah, shout out to
the dog too, and
they dropped the charges. So what? And they dropped the charges. Couldn't do nothing to him. But shout out to Scotty for that. But like, shout out to the ladies though. They really held it down for us with the golds, and then just worldwide. I feel like we talk about hip hop. All the rappers right now, it's all women. And speaking of all the rappers that are women, Meg Thee Stallion, that little Japanese shit that she got, or what is it, Japanese, Korean? With Kasa Kasa, I'm a star. Whatever it is, it's that little Asian song. That shit's in my head every day when I wake up in the morning. So shout out to another banger for the women. But
Give me some money.
right, the women are just holding it down right now. So shout out to all the ladies, especially in the Olympics. Coco, it's gonna be okay. You know, we're gonna be in New York. Wait, when is that? When is the Open? What is it? The U.S. Open or what do they call it? One in New York, the tennis shit. U.S. Open, New York Open.
I don't know.
The Open, whatever it's called.
It's
you
open.
got to the Open. You got a chance to redeem yourself in New York, and then also the celebrities that been at the Olympics, bro. It's been and to go see who Simone Biles, like even first of all, I didn't know Eva Mendes and Gosling were together, and they got kids too or some shit like that. I didn't know they was together. But Eva Mendes out there, John Travolta with his little, expensive ass chain, bald head, Scientology self. He was out there. Tom Brady was out there. I'm telling you, they got A-listers over here. So outside of Snoop Dogg, of course. But to me, this is like I think Paris is like a good place for it to be this summer. And everybody's like, yeah, I'll go to Paris. Like everybody not trying to go to Qatar. Everybody not trying to go to, all these other places for like Olympics and World Cup and shit. But this has been cool. This has been a cool experience this summer. So yeah, shout out to the folks in the Olympics. Any other takeaways from you?
Nah, it's been interesting. I try to catch as much as I can when I can and watch sports. Like right now, there's cycling track on, and I'm watching that and watching these guys like whirling dervishes go around. So, it's interesting just to like take yourself out of what you're normally watching and kind of like jump into something that's brand new.
Yeah.
Like table tennis, like how competitive that is. Like it's wild.
Listen, are you trying to train?
No.
Listen, think about it. I saw this chick from Luxembourg. She couldn't be more than I know she's 61 years old, and she was dominating. I saw this other lady, another 57-year-old. She was dominating in table tennis. We still got eligibility, though. We got time. I think LA 2028 is gonna be in LA. I'm trying to be on the U.S. table tennis team, and if I can't do the U.S. team, I'm gonna go play for Nigeria. They had a Nigerian doing table tennis. I'm like, if he could do it, he looked like my uncle, bro. He's like 47 years old. Look like my uncle. I was like, he can do it. 47 is actually not, probably like 67. I forgot how old I am. But anyway, if he could do it, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it. So that's gonna be my sport. Has there been a sport for you with you watching them while you eating your nachos and shit and drinking like a Bud Light? You're like, man, I could do this shit. Has there been a sport for you?
Nah, man, it really isn't because I give these people all the time. They're Olympians for a reason, man. Yeah, like even the Turkish guy, man, the Turkish dude with the gun, like, dude,
bruh, he's not an Olympian. He's a hitman. He's a hitman.
That dude went out there with no little glasses and nothing like that, just his normal glasses, just like,
just chilling. But nah, shout out to everybody. It's been fun. But moving on to some just whatever casual conversation on whatever is going on in pop culture / hip hop. Is there anything on your mind? Because we still don't know what J. Cole's at, which is a good thing. We know Snoop Dogg's having the time of his life in Paris. I mean, the dude murder was the case that they gave me 33 years ago, and now look at him. I mean, he's hanging out with Martha Stewart and crip walking with horses is beautiful. What's going on in the hip hop world that you have felt the need to discuss lately?
I mean, Kanye dropped an album. It was
what? When?
He dropped Vultures 2 over the weekend. So it's boring. It's boring.
It's not this.
It really is. We're not gonna get the same. We're not gonna get the same yay. Drake is back to his fuckboy antics again with his plane. Your girl's probably on this plane. Chances are your girl's probably on the plane, is what it says on the bottom of the plane. So I was reading the comments. I was reading the comments of when they posted the picture of the plane, and somebody commented, chances are there's probably a minor on the plane.
I was going to say, like, shit, I would not post that if I was Drake. I don't know. I would not. I would leave that shit alone.
Drake just taking L's. Like, you would think, like, he's dropping an album, supposedly. He just gave us, 100 gigabytes of music that he had unreleased, and I listened to some of them. The first song was good. Sammy was all about it. So you got to listen to it. So I listened to the first one. It was okay.
What's his style right now? Is he still doing like hip hop, or is he trying to
all
like?
over the place. It's like all scrap stuff that he had. It's just scrap shit. So you can see house music, you can see hip hop, you can see the I forgot to call you on your birthday type music, like all that bullshit.
Okay,
So
okay.
Drake is just all over the place. And Kendrick's just, soaking in the sun whenever he can, wherever he's doing.
Yep.
But who I'm waiting for, I don't know why, bro, but I'm such a big Larry June fan. I am a Larry June fan. There's something
What
about Larry
what
June.
is it about? Yeah, like give me your perspective.
His voice is just like very monotone. It's very chill. His flow is really good. He fucks with Cardo and the Alchemist, who make great beats for him.
Alchemist is a dog.
And he makes you want to follow the funniest Twitter page? Follow the Alchemist. Follow the
Really?
Alchemist. Yeah, some like he'll go on there and he'll be like, ask me any question. And people will ask him questions. He'll give the most weirdest answers. Like one person was like, what's your favorite candle scent? He was like, gun knife bat.
Oh my god.
So he fucks with good producers. People respect him. He's not a big artist, but I don't know. His music is like, it's just good music to ride to. Like I can be in my car or I can go to the gym and listen to Larry June nonstop. And he's from the Bay Area. He moved to Atlanta, so he has like that Atlanta swag, like how people said Fab had the Atlanta swag, but he sounds so California. So there's just something about Larry June that I'm like obsessed with, that I can just keep listening to him all the time. And he doesn't tour, he doesn't do shit. So I'm cool with it. Cool with the way the man puts out music.
Okay, okay. I see that Nelly got arrested for ecstasy. That's weird. What else is going on in the hip hop world? Charlemagne claimed that Drake's 100 gigabyte drop is part of an album rollout. So you mentioned that. So I mean, what do you think with him? I mean, we all kind of said the same. He's had like a horrible summer with this 100 gigabyte thing and everything. I mean, what do you think he goes from here now? Like, what's next for Drake right now?
I think unless you're a male, like the women are gonna love him. They're gonna be like, oh, Drake is just
Still
innocent.
though, with all the shit though, I mean, it's
Yeah, I there's this one chick that I follow, and she's like so into this motherfucker, and I'm like, oh god, like I just don't want to follow you because it's just annoying as fuck to me. But you know, I think the men realize, and I'm not trying to be sexist here by saying that or whatever, but like I think the men realize, like in the hip hop world, if you put out a disc, someone's got to come out on top, someone's got to
yeah.
win, and he's not having a good summer, but he's also like the kind of person that trolls. Like he just doesn't care. Like he's just gonna chill, do his fuckboy shit. That's what he does, and he's gonna put out some shit. And I this is what I pray happens. He puts out his album that's supposed to be rumored to be coming out, and it comes out, and people are all on it, and then Kendrick comes up right behind it and just puts that shit to rest, and we're all just like, oh man, this is great type shit. So that's what I'm hoping for, but.
Is there like a rapper or artist or somebody like we haven't like really heard from in a while that we're like, yo, I know Jacob, but like, is there somebody who is like, yo, where the hell has this person been at? Cause I know Big Sean's dropping some shit. Well, he has delayed his shit, and we
Did you
talked about him
see
a
what
couple
happened?
weeks ago.
Do you see what happened with Big Sean?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what happened lately? Well, I know that he delayed his album release,
So
but
he did like a concert and he brought Gene out, and Gene has his baby. You know that, right?
yeah,
So he went out there and he said something about a lyric, what about giving her a ring? And she was like, where's my ring at? On stage in front of the people he was performing at. So he had to do like damage control while performing his song. She's like, where's my ring, motherfucker? Like type shit. So Big Sean, fuck Big Sean. Like he's whack to me.
damn, not like that.
No, 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 no. Everything Kanye said about Big Sean is how I feel about Big Sean. And I'm not even trying to like ride yay dick, pause, none of that shit. Like I feel the same about Big Sean is my biggest letdown. Cause I remember when finally Famous Mixtapes came and he did that beat that freestyle on Super Duper Lemonade. And I was like, this man is up. And then he released the first album and Kanye made the album better than he did. And then it's just something about his voice. He's like, boy, 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 boy. It's fucking annoying, man. Like I'm over Big Sean. Eminem, we can talk about Eminem too.
Oh yeah,
Eminem's
he
out.
dropped. Yeah, and so you know me with albums, I take some time before I get to them because I need to be like in a very, I need to be like in a dark room by myself with no one bothering me.
Did you listen to the Cam freestyle I sent you for Kith?
I have not yet.
Fucking asshole,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
Cam, right now. I need you after this to listen to that and go on YouTube and look at the freestyles that he be doing over shit.
I've listened to every single one of his freestyles on the pod on his on
Bro, Cam is killing it.
No.
He's killing it.
I know he's killing it. As you can see, if you look at my most recent story, it was a Cam. So I've been back in my camera, like when you was over for July 4th. I've been all the way back in my camera back again because I'm like I don't know.
I've been too.
I've been deep in the bag again.
This Cam sounds different because we would get the fooey gooey ooey magooey type bullshit, and I like that. I like that.
But now he's telling stories.
This Cam now, like he's quick with it. He's quick with it, and he's very cutthroat on his lyrics, and I like that. I like it. But M's album, I listened to it twice, and you know it was good. It was like the death of an era and bringing on the new one. And then he performed at the Bud Crawford fight, and that was pretty fucking boring.
What a letdown, Bud Crawford.
Yeah, that was boring as shit. I fell asleep in Shakur Stevenson twice, and I fell asleep in Bud Crawford. And I could not believe that.
That was a letdown.
Yeah. So I mean, the M album was pretty good though. I like the kind of going back and forth with Marshall Mathers or Slim Shady. Yeah. And then the AI shit. You seen the AI shit he's been putting out, like going back and forth with him?
I have not. I've been waiting to because I always have like my albums like in order of like how I want to like get to them like based on where I'm at like musically. I heard like on the Joe Budden podcast, what's his name, kind of talked about the M album and it made him cry a little bit. I'm like, well, I need to be in a different place if I'm gonna hear some because he talks about Haley and shit. I need to be like in a very like because you know with M, we've listened to we've listened to M for 25 years now. Like it's like
that song was whack, but like I understand why he put it out. Like it was a good song to put out to your daughter. I get that, but Eminem will always be like Marshall Mathers and Slim Shady. Like there's two people and now he's putting Slim Shady like he's killing him. He's definitely so I'm okay with that. There's a song in there where he's definitely fighting with him the entire time and then like puts him to bed.
I miss Slim Shady though.
It was listen, I respect Eminem.
Today's time Slim Shady can't work.
Eminem is not in my top 5. He's not in my top 5.
This is a very good pivot point because like Tone he asked between Eminem and Lil Wayne and then now it's become more to me like more of a conversation about like technical rap, right? And I looked up the definition of a technical rapper. So if I asked you what is your definition of a technical rapper?
Me and Sammy had this conversation going to Orlando one time. And we're like, who are your top 5 lyricists? That's the way that
this is lyricist. So all right, here's the definition, okay? Because like when the question was brought up to me, I was like, well, what's your definition of technical? So I kind of just did some research.
Yeah, I want to know that too.
It said rappers with excellent vocal craftsmanship who place emphasis on that in their music. Doesn't have to be lyrics or rhyming. Can be on rhythm, cadence, acting, melody, even vocal production.
You better put Larry June up there then for me. So, but no, I mean, I respect M's craft, and it has nothing to do with him being white, anything like that. I liked Eminem. There were just some times I was just like, this is a little too much. Like it's like my mom hates me, I'm gonna kill her type music, and I'm just like, you know.
But do you hear how he sets it up? It's like
it's great. It's great. Like Stan is an amazing song. Stan is like.
So when you listen to Stan, so here's how I can the way that definition came out to me. Whenever I used to read a lot when I was growing up. I used to love to read books.
Here's my question to you before you get into that. Yeah. Did Eminem ever give you goosebumps?
Yeah. Well, that's a hard question because
when you heard a new Nas joint,
he has.
He has? All right. He never gave me goosebumps.
Yes, he has.
Actually,
Renegade.
I take it back.
Renegade.
Renegade, he did.
He gave me goosebumps on Renegade.
Renegade, he did. Because he may have murdered Jay on his own shit. Not to quote Nas.
And Dead Wrong, him and Biggie, he killed that shit. No, he killed Dead Wrong. So whenever I used to read books, when I'm reading, if I can make it a movie in my head, like I can actually physically see what I'm reading in my head, it's a good book. Music, if I can see this story being like Biggie, I have a story to tell. I literally, he told that story about Anthony Mason, well, allegedly, that whole story, right? I could see all this happening. He grabbed the gun, put it on the thing, got the money out to save, but like, I could see this story in my head. That's beautiful to me, right? Eminem used to do a lot of that shit. It was like, damn. So it's like,
but it was like goof shit that I just could not like relate. It was like, mom hates me, I'm gonna kill her. Fuck you.
It's not just that though. It's more than just that.
No, there was when he got older, there was stuff that he would do, but like Stand For Me will ever be one of the greatest fucking like hip hop songs around, because you're telling a story that you're following.
Yeah.
You're telling a story that you're following, and I was like, damn, that's fucking cool. That's fucking cool to have a psycho fucking fan do this shit. And then you take a hit song from Dido and put her in the video and keep that beat. Like, that's pretty wild. But Jay-Z, like, All a Reasonable Doubt, like, that shit was just like, to me,
okay.
Everything Nas, if Nas put something out, I was like, God damn, Nas.
Yes.
Nas was like that.
Once again, doesn't have to be lyrics or rhyming. Rhythm, cadence, acting, melody, and vocal production.
I would say
Nas.
Nas.
Just there like you're every time, like, yeah, I can see this. I can feel this. You know what I mean?
Nas, Jay-Z, Kanye, DMX, and last
I'm so happy
one.
you said DMX. I'm so happy you said DMX.
Oh, DMX definitely deserves. There's something about. I got the last one. I don't know.
Here's a name that we brought up, and I was like, oh yeah, Andre 3000. He is a musician that can rap, and when we talk about voice, cadence, like he literally was part of the reason why the South came up. Think about it. Like
I think for me it's an interchangeable one, and it's either Ghostface or Raekwon. Like when they jumped on the Wu-Tang track, like we knew the Wu-Tang was gonna do something. It was either Raekwon or Ghost that got me more interested. Yeah. I love Method Man too, but it was something about like the tandem of Ghostface and Raekwon that when they jumped on, blow, dude, I was like, oh shit. And then with this now you see me, now you don't type shit. That was like, oh my God, like these two guys, these are the best two guys in the group, but everyone's focused on Method Man for some reason. So
that's like Method Man had the personality to go with it. Like him and ODB, like ODB was like the quirky one. Method Man was like the cool bravado, and then the other one kind of like just more nerds that were just really good at rapping. You know what I mean?
ODB did it for me too, man. Like I went back the other day, I was listening like ODB. I listened to fucking the song of Mariah Carey. Like I was like, damn, this motherfucker.
Talk about sounds and noises and shit. Like whenever I hear whenever I hear Brooklyn Zoo, dog, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. Cause like that shit it's perfect. Like that shit, this song is perfect to me. So like that, it's like, yeah.
His transition into Mystery of Chess Boxing, when they introduced him, I was like, oh my God, man. Like, even when he introduced the Ghostface Killer in fucking the Mystery of Chess Boxing, I was like,
think about it, the way he even says Killer.
I was like, man, this fucking guy is just like taking it away right now, man. He's got the appeal. And he has sex appeal, but he was like the ugliest motherfucker around.
It was weird with him. But yeah, no, like, cause like when they asked that question, I was like, damn, who's like really good for like making me visualize, like not. You know what's so great about Illmatic?
I love Lupe Fiasco too.
He was actually on that list too, which is I'm happy you said that.
Lupe is in my top 5 lyricists, and so is lyricists. And I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do this to you right now. Don't sweat the technique.
You know, they have him as number 1 on the top.
Number 1 lyricist. Everybody credits that man to like. Do you listen to Raekwon? Do you listen to his music or Rakim? Do you listen to his music?
So I was at a barbershop 3 months ago, and we were talking about like Fabulous, and we talked about he was talking about like cool people, rappers who are just cool, right? And they're like, oh, Fab is cool, and I forgot who the other one. I was like, have you heard Rakim? Like Rakim is the coolest rappers I've ever heard in my life. Like the way his shit was, I'm like, the dude is the coolest dude I have ever heard in my life. And the dude, he was like, he was like, well, he's from the '80s. Like, I'm like, dog, he don't sound like like what did they like what's that song called? Don't push me. Cause like it's not like that.
Oh,
Rakim
Grandmaster Flash and the
is the
Furious Five.
smoothest rapper I've ever heard. He's just cool as shit.
Him
Like,
and Big
cool as
Daddy
shit.
Kane. Him and
Both
Big
of
Daddy.
them. Him and Big Daddy Kane, cool
But
as shit.
Rakim had the fucking smoothest flow. Anybody like when I be on the mic, when I hear that song, I'm like, oh my God, this song, like the production that you get from it and his delivery, I'm like, oh my God, this man doesn't need a hook, doesn't need to like sing on the hook. He just said, I internationally know when I be on the mic. That's it. That's all you gotta hear.
Listen to Paid in Full. All you gotta do is listen to Paid in Full. Just listen to it and you be like, God, like to this day, Paid in Full comes. You talk about what gives me goosebumps. I just be listening to Paid in Full. I'm like, I'm thinking of a master plan. I got nothing but sweat. It's just the way the whole shit goes. I'm like, God, this is great. And then he has this shit called Flow Ever. I'm like, no, this dude just be spitting. So yeah, Rakim, 1,000%. 1,000%. But yeah, I had a train of thought before, and then you dropped the Rakim on me. But that's a very good observation for sure.
I love Rakim. That's my God. That is my God. Everybody that's done shit is because of Rakim.
Oh, Illmatic. You know what's so good about Illmatic?
Great. Still, Illmatic is like my Bible.
You talk about sounds.
I have it on a fucking cassette tape.
We talk about sounds, and we talked about what did I say about the definition? Sound and this and that and the third. Genesis, right? Not everyone listens to intros on a song that doesn't have. Genesis is the greatest.
Right on the subway train,
bruh. You want to talk about New York? What do you think of when you think of New York? I listen to Genesis. Boom, off the rip, and then it's like, boom, New York State of Mind drops, and it's like, oh my God, this is the greatest album ever, because that's all. It's like he gives you like a. You remember you watch Ozarks? Ruth, little girl. She explained the whole concept of Nas, and people still weren't listening. I'm like, yo, Ruth is speaking gospel right now. Like,
here's my question to you.
That shit.
Here's my question to you though. Who said the line first? I never sleep because sleep is a cousin of death. Was it Biggie or was it Nas?
Well, Nas said everything first. When did Biggie say it?
Word on the street is Biggie was the first one to say that.
When would he have said that though? Because like,
I can't think of the song, but he said I never sleep because sleep is the cousin of death. But Illmatic came out in '94. Biggie didn't publish an album until '96.
No. Ready to Die came out in '94.
Oh, so they yeah, so they were both.
Ready to Die came out in '94, and then Life After Death came out in '97.
That's right.
Because '96 was Reasonable Doubt.
What's the song here? I'll find it. Keep going down your little soliloquy.
From my perspective, Nas said a lot of shit first, and even the Jay-Z's of the world had to come, say some shit. Like Tupac would reference Nas. Like a lot of people reference Nas, and Nas was like 19 or 20 when he made that shit. So to me, when I listen to Illmatic, it's like, now this talk about sound, cadence, all that. Like you get to feel New York. That's like one of those albums I listen to. I'm like, yeah, I feel all of this. I definitely feel all of this. And then you mentioned Lupe. Yeah, Lupe had his run where it was like, damn, I could feel that. Busta Rhymes, he'll bring you into his world, and that's just cool too. But then Biggie, to me, like we talk about like storytelling, take lyricism out of it and all that. Like Biggie's storytelling ability is just, to me, it's just next to none. It's just like, I don't know. But when we talk about like technical rap, again, go off that definition, Nas, Eminem, Rakim. I fuck with Big L a lot. I really do fuck with Big L a lot.
I love Big L. Rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest his. Yeah. I fuck with Big L a lot.
But like somebody that I want more from, and we didn't get a lot from, and I think we talked about this. Like, who's someone who could have been something but didn't, and this is the guy I want to take back and say it, is Joel Santana. Joel Santana will forever be that guy for me. Because now he's trying to put shit out, and it's
It's
not
not the
Joel.
same.
It's not the same because he's been locked up for a long time.
Yeah, Joel, that one's a tough one. I think when he was, I mean, when he was like, even after like his Dipset shit, he was doing shit with Lil Wayne a lot.
We never got. We never got. I can't
I
feel.
think he had it, and then like, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can see that one
Even when
because
he
like,
dropped Beamer Benz and Bentley, he fucking did his shit, and we were like, "Damn, Joel's is back." And that's
yeah,
when we were like in college. We were in college for that shit. We haven't got
yo,
anything
I
from
got a
Joel
white chick
since.
that be boozing. Like, yeah, he was spit. No, he did spit on Beaver Benz apparently.
We
Because like,
got. You know
I
how
fuck
many
with Lloyd
albums?
Banks a lot,
I
but
like.
he definitely out rapped Lloyd Banks on that
He
song.
did. You know how many albums we got from Joel Santana?
One, right?
Just one.
That's crazy.
That is so fucking crazy.
Yeah,
But his shit hit harder on every Diplomat album.
yeah,
Every Diplomatic Immunity or fucking album or mixtape they put out. And
yeah,
then when him and Wayne wanted to tease us with that fucking I can't feel my face shit, I
yeah.
was like,
No,
I don't even like
he
Wayne.
did have it. Yeah,
But Wayne was in a right place at this time because at that time, Dipset and the Locks were fucking with you. D Block and Dipset were fucking
yeah,
with each other heavy.
yeah.
And Lil Wayne and Jewels were doing side projects. And I was like, oh shit. I don't even, I like the Carter 2. Carter 2, I was so heavy on
Don't
because
get me started on the Carter 2. That's to me, we talk about my top personal top 5, 6 albums. Carter 2 is always going to be indifferent because when it dropped in my lifetime, the Carter 2 is just wow to me.
I'm not a Lil Wayne fan. I am not a Lil Wayne fan,
What is
but
your issue with Lil Wayne? Because I've been listening to Lil Wayne since 1998.
no, I don't have an issue with him. I just like I gravitate more to a northern rap than I did to southern rap. But that Carter 2, you could hear the Dipset fucking influence to him. The way he dressed, the way he talked, the way he would deliver, the production he would get. You could hear it. And I like that. And
Let me explain.
I respect Lil Wayne for the
Let me
artist he
explain.
is.
Let me explain. Because I actually studied this shit with Lil Wayne. Because like I've been listening. I was living in Detroit, Michigan. I saw the Hot Boys perform at the Source Awards, and I was like, "Who are these people?" Motherfucker? I wanted to be them. Like to me, Lil Wayne, Juvenile, BG, Lil Wayne, and Turk. Like they've been my favorite people since like I was a child, right? Lil Wayne, and this is like they've actually discussed this. Birdman straight up said, "Look, I want your shit to be like New Orleans. When you do your mixtape shit, you can do what the hell you want. But when we doing our under my label, under my shit, it needs to sound like this." I think Birdman, for as good as he was to get Lil Wayne to become Lil Wayne, he held him back a lot lyrically. But
I
when you
agree.
think about it, that's why a lot of northern rappers fuck with Lil Wayne because when Lil Wayne was doing his side projects, it was always, damn, Lil Wayne could go. Lil Wayne is this, Lil Wayne is that. Always when he stepped aside from dropping Carters and this and that. Because listen to all of them. His cadence, his style, his flow is always different on the
I have
mixtapes
all
and everything.
respect. Listen,
Yeah.
I got respect for Wayne.
I
I
think you're
just was not a Wayne person. I
yeah, I
just
got you.
wasn't a
That's
Wayne
fine.
person. Like Carter 1 was good. I did not diss Carter 1. It was not. I was like, okay, but Carter 2 was definitely better than Carter 1 to me. Carter 2 was just like I think I listened to that all summer. There was not one thing I listened to separately that whole summer. And I remember every song that was in sequence on that album. And then Carter 3 dropped, and I was like, it's a little bit commercial for
It was
me.
commercial. It was commercial.
You know, and then Carter 4, and I was like, there's a little bit on here.
But
But
think
there,
about everything in between: the droughts, no ceilings.
yeah,
I can't
my
feel like
biggest
all this shit between that.
listen, I respected Wayne
Remember,
for all,
he hopped on that camera shit. Sucker or not?
yeah,
Did he
yeah.
not kill that shit with camera? Like, did he not
It's
kill
my
that
favorite,
shit?
and it's vanilla ice cream. She said, ooh, my favorite. Yeah,
My
like he did.
favorite. Like, come
He did.
on.
He did, but I didn't like that Cameron album either. I didn't like that Cameron album either
Fuck
because he
that
was.
album. Did he not kill that song?
He did. He did.
Okay.
But that was during that time frame. That was still in that time frame. Every hole in the industry want to rock Mike Ike. I'm hot like Ike. I'm tough like Light. Like everything. I remember that shit.
When he
So
got away from the label shit and he got to just rap, that's when you heard Wheezy, like for real Wheezy. That's what makes him so to me so great is that I know what he sounds like because like you gotta understand the way the label wants you to sound is how they want you to sound. When he got to step away from it, you got the real Lil Wayne, and like he talks about this shit all the time. He's like he straight up said this like yeah, Birdman told me straight up. my shit needs to sound like New Orleans shit. But when he stepped away, I'm just saying, Jay-Z anointed him as the next best rapper alive.
Yeah, and then they
anointed him.
And then they feuded. Then they had like a feud with each other.
Anointed him. Okay?
Man, listen, hip hop, they Indian give a lot, because then he gave it to Ye, and then he gave it to this person, J. Cole. Like, he gave it to a lot of people. But I respect Wayne's craft. Wayne is literally a hustler. Wayne took everybody's. This is why I didn't like Wayne. I respected it. I respected it.
My Grizzly, I'm a bona fide hustler. All right, go
I
ahead.
respect Wayne, but like, I like, me personally, I'm a purist. I'm a purist just like I am with baseball. You meet with a producer, you find a beat, and then you rap on it, and you put the music out, and you're like, oh my God. He just bodied everybody's beat that like for like 4 summers. And I was like, damn, he bodied my motherfucking favorite song, but I still like my favorite song a little bit better. But I'm still gonna bump Wayne's version.
Do you though? Do you?
Yeah, there
like,
was
he bodied everybody's shit.
He did.
Everybody's.
He did, and I felt like it was like,
he don't write shit down. He goes in the booth, sparks up a blunt, and bodies everybody's shit.
No. Yeah, absolutely. But like, in my personal opinion, I felt like there was no creativity there from him working with somebody. He just took a beat and bodied it, and I'm okay with it. I respect him for his craft, because he fucking held the summer down for like 5 months, and I had to argue with people about who's better, him or Jay-Z, and I was like, Jay-Z's better. No, Wayne, this and that. And I'm like, all right,
this
whatever.
When Jay-Z was starting to like, get rich and just, hanging out with Beyonce a lot. This is where Weezy was still hungry, dog. Like, come on.
The mixtape Weezy. So like, I respect him, but Wayne is also not in my top 5 for me. But I respect him. He's in my top 10 though. He's definitely in my top 10. But
we'll save that conversation for another day. Because like, I'm gonna start just sending you random Weezy shit. Like, I need you to like remind yourself. I'm like,
no, I listened. Listen, the other day I drove to what did I drive to? Newport.
I'm talking about like 90s Weezy shit.
No, I listened
when he
to
was still 16, 17, 18 years old in high school.
Gangsta to the core. I really listen to all that shit, man.
Listen to this song called Block Burner on
Block Burner, The Block is Hot. Listen to all that shit, man. I listened to all that. Listen, as goofy as it sounds, before the Hot Boys were shit, the Big Timers were where it was. So I listened to the Big Timers, and they would bring in Wayne to that shit all the time. And I would rather listen to Wayne than hear Birdman or Manny Fresh say something. I was like, damn.
Birdman straight. I'm not a rapper. I like to talk about the shit I got. And Manny Fresh is a beat guy.
Correct.
Lil Wayne used to go in that shit and just body everybody.
There's a show on, I think it's on Netflix, about the way music is developed and produced in certain cities. And New Orleans credits Manny Fresh so much for the sound that they have.
100%, yeah.
Like Manny Fresh, like they talk about like his early upbringings and what he was doing and how he met Birdman and how they like created whatever's there, So I also feel like artists from New Orleans don't get credit like they deserve sometimes outside of Lil Wayne. Because like Jay Electronica, who's Jay-Z's artist, I mean, that's also
New Orleans?
Yeah.
Shit, that's news to me. I thought he was somewhere else.
Yeah.
I thought he was somewhere else.
It was too. But he's from New Orleans. But like Jay Electronica, when he spits, like he's old.
He could go.
Like, he's old as shit. We didn't hear his first
go.
go. Yeah, but like, I'm not trying to listen to a 42-year-old man tell me about shit that I'm going through right now. Like, I don't need that bullshit. But yeah, if we had to go based on what was the word you said? Technical. I would say Kanye, and this is in no order. Kanye, Jay, Nas, DMX, because oh my God, that motherfucker. And then interchange Raekwon or Ghostface. Those are my 5. And I really want to put Rakim in there. I really want to put Rakim in there, but like, I don't know. I'm trying to keep it more like
Rakim was before our time. Let's be honest, right?
Before our time, but I listened to it.
DMX. I don't think people understand how much I love DMX. Like, it's crazy how much I love DMX. So like, to me, he's on a league of his own.
I listen to his Dark and Hell is Hot at least 2 times a month.
Last 2 years in a row. It's been my number one album played. The year before that, it was number 2 behind Illmatic. It's like no matter what, it's Dark and Hell is Hot will always be like something I need every other day. I need it basically.
And I need listeners, if you're listening to this part of the podcast, because we were supposed to be stopping at 10:30 and it's 10:58.
I lied. Yeah, you won.
So DMX is the only artist to have 2 platinum selling albums in 1 year. Jay-Z, nobody else. Jay-Z has not had that happen ever.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and then Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, and another one that was a banger. Another banger.
I remember seeing that in a Slam magazine. Him covered in blood, just like this.
Just like, oh man,
and then we got Belly. What a shitty fucking movie that I love.
But he got Nas and DMX in the same movie. Come on, man.
Nas is like the worst actor in the world. He's like, man, I'm trying to go to Africa. I'm like, the fuck out of here with this nonsense. Like, the fuck. AZ's in the movie, Method Man's in the movie. It's such a good movie. It's the Black Scarface. It's so fucking good.
Anyway, let's just wrap this shit up. I'm not even gonna go. Yeah, where can they find us at?
You can find us on Twitter at fair_weatherpod. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Search the Fair Weather Podcast, and wherever you subscribe or listen to podcast audio, search the Fair Weather Podcast. You can find us there. I'm pretty trash, and that was pretty fucking good.
Season 6 is coming. We're doing NFL previews. We're getting ready for the season. Preseason football is starting soon. It's about to be exciting. Adios, bro chachos. And shout out to all the women that's holding down in the Olympics, like I said. Netherlands, Ukraine, Poland. I'm just saying, man, like, y'all, Great Britain.
Hey, the French dude with a big dick.
Okay, that's how the show is going to end, with this pause of the year.
He getting laid. He taking home the gold.